The 2025 Toyota Mirai isn't just another car in Toyota's lineup. It's a bold expression of a future that challenges mainstream automotive thinking. In a time where most automakers are pivoting toward lithium-ion battery electric vehicles, pouring billions into gigafactories and charging infrastructure, Toyota has decided to walk a different, less trodden path, one paved not with copper and cobalt, but with hydrogen. The Mirai, now in its second generation and refined more than ever in 2025, stands as the company's flagship hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicle, FCEV. But it is far more than a technological curiosity. It is a strikingly elegant, surprisingly luxurious, and deeply thoughtful vehicle, one that represents an alternate reality of sustainable mobility. Let's start with what meets the eye. The 2025 Mirai no longer resembles the compact, oddly proportioned experiment that debuted a decade ago. The current model has fully embraced the philosophy of emotional design. At over 195 inches long, it cuts a sleek and poised silhouette, far more aligned with grand tourers than with futuristic eco-mobiles. Its fastback profile, stretched hood, wide stance, and low-slung roofline give it presence, not just as a green vehicle, but as a legitimate luxury car. It sits confidently on 19 or 20-inch alloy wheels, depending on trim, and boasts a drag coefficient that whispers through the air at 0.29 CD. Up front, the large lower grille, accented by LED adaptive headlights and sleek daytime running lights, adds a dramatic touch. From certain angles, it feels more Lexus than Toyota, and that's by design. The Mirai is built on the same GAL platform that underpins the Lexus LS, and its long wheelbase and wide track give it a planted look. Around back, a full-width LED light bar enhances its futuristic aesthetic, while subtle badging and hidden tailpipes remind you that this vehicle emits only water vapor. Step inside, and you immediately sense that the Mirai isn't just here to change fuel types, it's here to elevate the driving experience. Toyota has poured effort into making the cabin feel special. Every surface, button, and stitch has been considered. Soft-touch materials wrap around the doors and dash, while ambient lighting lines the cabin with a soothing glow at night. The dashboard is dominated by a 12.3-inch high-resolution infotainment display that houses Toyota's latest multimedia interface, while a fully digital instrument cluster behind the steering wheel presents customizable readouts of speed, energy flow, hydrogen levels, range, and eco-metrics. The attention to passenger comfort is clear in every inch. Heated and ventilated front seats come standard in both trims, while the limited trim adds rear seat heating, tri-zone automatic climate control, and even rear sunshades. The center console is broad and clean, with capacitive touch buttons, a wireless charging pad, USB-C ports, and intuitive drive mode selectors. The seats themselves are supportive and plush, whether you're gliding through city traffic or cruising silently down an empty freeway. Toyota has made sure this isn't just a green vehicle, it's a serene one. Then comes the real heart of the story, the powertrain. The 2025 Toyota Mirai is powered by a hydrogen fuel cell stack that takes in compressed hydrogen gas and combines it with oxygen from the air in a chemical reaction that produces electricity, heat, and water vapor. No internal combustion, no harmful emissions, no delay in torque delivery. Just clean propulsion. The electricity generated is used immediately to power an electric motor that drives the rear wheels, and excess energy is stored in a small lithium-ion battery for use during acceleration or when climbing hills. The motor delivers 182 horsepower and 221 lb-ft of torque, which is modest by luxury sedan standards, but it's how that power is delivered that defines the Mirai's driving experience. The acceleration is quiet, linear, and smooth, not jerky or overwhelming. It's the kind of power that makes you glide rather than surge. In daily driving, this translates to an incredibly refined ride. The GAL platform ensures balance and poise, and the suspension tuning leans toward comfort. Bumps and cracks vanish beneath the wheels, while road noise is almost completely absent thanks to added insulation and the lack of engine vibration. Range anxiety. That's where the Mirai flips the script. The 2025 model features 3 hydrogen tanks, made from carbon fiber reinforced polymer, which can collectively hold around 5.6 kilograms of hydrogen at 10,000 psi. On the XLE trim, this gives you up to 402 miles of range, a figure that rivals or exceeds most battery electric vehicles. Even the limited trim, with slightly lower range due to added features, still clears 350 miles. Best of all, refueling takes about 5 minutes at a compatible hydrogen station, about the same as filling a gas tank. No plugging in, no long waits, and no range limitations as long as infrastructure exists. And yes, the infrastructure challenge is real. As of 2025, hydrogen stations are still limited mostly to California and select parts of Asia and Europe. But for those within reach, the Mirai makes total sense. Toyota even includes up to $15,000 in hydrogen fuel incentives over 6 years for new buyers in regions with proper infrastructure. This offsets what is arguably the biggest hurdle and reflects Toyota's commitment to fostering real-world adoption. From a technology standpoint, the Mirai is packed. Beyond the infotainment and connectivity features, you'll find a head-up display, a surround-view camera system, parking assist with automatic braking, and Toyota's full Safety Sense 3.0 suite. This includes adaptive cruise control, pre-collision with pedestrian detection, lane tracing assist, road sign recognition, blind spot monitoring, and more. Every sensor, camera, and radar module works in harmony to create a driving experience that's not only luxurious but also deeply intelligent. And while the tech is impressive, the broader implications of the Mirai are even more so. It's a car that makes a case for an alternate future, one where hydrogen can complement battery electric vehicles, especially for long-distance travel, quick refueling, or fleet usage. Toyota isn't dismissing battery electric, far from it. The company has a robust EV pipeline. But with the Mirai, Toyota is reminding the world that decarbonization doesn't have to be a one-size-fits-all solution. There's also something poetic about driving a car that emits only water. No smoke. No fumes. Just droplets of water exiting through a small pipe at the rear. You can even press a button to release the built-up water when parked, a quirky reminder that the car you're driving is fundamentally different from nearly everything else on the road. In a world where the automotive conversation is often dominated by kilowatt-hours, charging times, and range calculators, the 2025 Toyota Mirai offers a different narrative, one that's just as valid, just as green, and just as forward-thinking. It's not perfect. It's not for everyone. But it doesn't need to be. What it is a masterfully engineered vehicle for those ready to embrace an alternative vision of sustainability, one where elegance, innovation, and environmental consciousness coexist. Driving the Mirai feels like peering into a possible future. A future where we aren't limited by charging cords or range maps, where the infrastructure has caught up with the promise of the technology, and where choosing a zero-emission vehicle doesn't mean compromising on comfort, performance, or aesthetics. It's a future that's not hypothetical, it's already here, rolling quietly down the street in the form of this remarkable sedan. The 2025 Toyota Mirai doesn't shout about its mission. It doesn't need to. It simply shows up, refined, efficient, and confident, and lets its technology do the talking. For those who are listening, it speaks volumes.